Hi there, I'm Sarah. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, thank you so much for coming back. My new Hoya seeds have entered my Planty world. I saw the seeds puff up in real time. I also did some plant browsing and I got a cool gift from my sister. So this was pretty exciting. They were puffing up in real time. It was so cool. Excuse this camera woman. I'm not a trained professional by any means, but this is the second time my Hoya has made seed pods. And this time there were 4 seed pods. And I will link the video in the top corner so you can see that little adventure. The plan was to place an organza bag over each individual seed pod to keep the seeds separated. As you can see, I was a little late to the party. I tried my best to keep them separated, but it was crazy how quickly the seeds began to floof up once I removed the lid from the glass jar. I wish I would have done a time lapse, but it's hard to plan for these kind of things. My husband, he joked and said I was like Mr. Wilson on that movie from the 90s, Dennis the Menace, where he hosts a garden party for the blooming of his 40-year-old orchid. Glad I didn't miss this. Anyways, I can't wait to pot them up and see how many seeds I have. They're super staticky. I can see how Hoya seeds must spread really well in the wild. Stay tuned for a future video of me potting up all these seeds. There's gotta be at least 100 plus. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell just in case you don't want to miss it. I know I don't really have anything profound to say usually, but you might see Barry, and he's a sight for sore eyes. He's actually snoring at my feet right now. He's so cute. Then I went back to the Home Depot because I didn't buy a plant, so I didn't buy a plant remorse. There was a new plant that I had seen there, the Piper Tahitian Dreamin'. It's a tropical pepper vine from Proven Winners, and apparently the leaves smell like pepper. They're fragrant. I didn't know that, and I didn't try to smell them, but I do think that the leaves had a really unique variegation on them, and this moss pole is something that I had not seen. It's not plastic. I also had some plant mail. Saturday. I know in a recent video, I did say that I wasn't going to order any more plants online because it's so hot, but I'm weak. So the first box is from Queen Bee Garden Co. from Mercari, and I got a Hoya Campanulata Splash. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. It is super splashy, and it has very leathery, textured leaves, which was a nice surprise. I can't wait for it to grow and then bloom those little bell-shaped flowers that it's known for. And then this is the Hoya Skinneriana, Dee's big one. To me, it looks a lot like an Australis, but the internet says that this species produces much larger clusters of flowers, which is kind of cool, and that the leaves tend to size up more as well. So that's kind of interesting. I can't wait to see that happen. Maybe it'll grow as fast as my Australis. Is. Both of these boxes were really well packaged, by the way. I should have opened up with that. This is from Marty's Place. She left a nice handwritten thank you and care note in the box, and very beautiful penmanship. And the plant that I ordered was one that I have on my want list. It is the Hoya Paradisaea. The leaves on this Hoya are also really unique because they have a texture to them too. I had ordered a 1-leaf cutting of this Hoya recently, so when I saw a full plant on Mercari, I couldn't help but purchase it. And it actually has 2 rooted little cuttings or plants in the pot, so that's exciting. Because I did get like a 1-leaf cutting unrooted for $10, so I think this was like $45. And then she included a free like bonus Hoya, a KSB08. The leaf on this, it's a 1-leaf beauty. So splashy and silvery, and a nice thick leaf also. So those were my plant mail. I love plant mail, but I also went back to the Home Depot. This is the Syngonium Falling Arrows Pink Splash, and it's on that moss pole that I had seen a few days before at the other Home Depot. So it's kind of cool. This Home Depot is on 410. It's around like 410 and 151. This actually, my most viewed video, plant shopping video, is from this exact Home Depot. Oh, excuse my fingers. So here is the orange macaroon peperomia. This is really pretty. I like the colors of the leaves. It has a really nice like underside. I just saw the Mathilde splash in these hanging jute baskets, so that was exciting. And then all these wonky leaves on the freckled splash. There are some crazy looking leaves. Look at that one, it's weird. Very wonky. I really like wonky leaves. And then I was searching for the little plants that had peduncles on them. I had been noticing like the Mathilde splash had peduncles. This is the Vanguensis. Look at that tiny little baby leaf. It's so cute. The baby leaves are so adorable. I had recently gotten this one last week. And then, come on, the Shining Sea Stars. They have been stunning. I saw one that was like very, very white. Of course, it's not going to grow very well because it needs chlorophyll, it needs green, but very highly variegated plants. They're just so pretty. I thought this Costa Farms Snow White waffle plant was cute. I like the cutesy name. And then that lemon button fern in front of it. I just like the texture of it. And it's in a self-watering pot, which is nice because ferns need a lot of water. They had this philodendron brantianum on that new moss pole. I haven't seen one this big in a big box store. They had quite a few climbers on these moss poles, and I like it. They were all $34.98. Epipremnum off to Oz, which is probably just a neon pothos, but it's beautiful. And then there's the Golden Glen, which is just a highly variegated golden pothos. And then I found some more peduncles on these plants. The Mathilde, and then a couple of chooks. I found like 3 peduncles on each little plant. And I got them. I ended up getting 2 chooks and 1 Mathilde that were loaded with peduncles. So hopefully I can keep them happy and get more blooms this summer. And this was very cool. This is the moss pole display. So it is made from plants for plants. And I thought it was pretty cool in my opinion. It has the base and you can stack them. And then they also have these little clips that you can use that go in the little divots. And they have wire, and then they have stakes. A nice little display, and it's sustainable. So I thought that was cool. Support it, secure it, steady it, stack it. So that's cool, proven winners. I like it. Then I went inside, and they had all the normal plants that we usually see. I like that syngonium, very pretty. I don't know why my camera is like skipping like that. My apologies. Again, not a professional camera woman. There's a nice lipstick plant, black pagoda. I've never bought one of those, but I do admire the leaves. I think they're very beautiful. Lots of ivy, lots of ferns. They had a kangaroo fern. This was really pretty. This peperomia had really nice variegation up close. Look at that. So pretty. I like it. I like that it's in a big basket. And then a few days later, I went to Lowe's. Just popping in. Just to see what they got. Parlor palms. Lots of lucky bamboo. Lots of philodendrons. Lots of braided money trees. Look how pretty those are. I really like this Sansevieria moonshine. I have one, and I feel like it is a very fast grower for a Sansevieria. Because, you know, they're known for growing very slow, but mine is not slow. I really like the braided money trees. I saw some at Sam's last week also. They were like all dying, but I've been seeing the braided ones a lot more. So let's look at the little Costa Farms plants. Lots of begonias. See some crotons. And the hanging baskets, they had a ton of the Epiprimnum pinnatum albo. The leaves are really pretty. Mine's always been super leggy. I do like the leaves though. I just cut mine up and I'm propagating it because I want a bushier plant because it was just too leggy. There's a Champs-Élysées. Look at that variegation, so pretty. This store had so many of those and they were nice and healthy. So this store is off of 1604 and Blanco, I believe. Someone in the comments in one of my last videos said that she found a Scindapsus Mount Solic on clearance at the Rim, so I may try to see if I can go to the Rim this week. I don't know. Maybe I can find a Mount Solic Scindapsus. More braided money trees. Those ones are much smaller. The large ones were more expensive. Look at the orchids. Maybe a little like orange center. That one's really pretty. And that one was more hot pink. These are bromeliads. These kokodamas are so cute. I think it's adorable. You see some aglaonemas, lots of philodendrons, some ponytail palms. This one, my friend gave me cuttings of this one, the silver stripe philodendron, and it rooted so quickly. She gave me like a long vine and I cut it into 3 cuttings. I love these clay pots. Not clay pots, but they look like terracotta pots. I say that all the time, but I do. I like them a lot. I like this self-watering pot that's like black and white. I thought that was nice. Or that you add a wick. And it has for the reservoir in the bottom. I like the white one too. I prefer the white pots. My guys are watching the I'm watching sports in the background. Go Spurs. There's a Mount Solic. It's such a beautiful leaf. Why have I not gotten one yet? I don't know. I just need to break down and get one. There's a Prince of Orange. That like broken leaf fooled me. I was thinking it was going to be an orange leaf and it wasn't. So pretty. These leaves up close are so pretty. This Monstera Peru. I really like the variegation, the watercolor variegation on these leaves and the texture. I like this pot. It's very like shabby chic. It's very cottagecore. I dig it. And then I found the Crimson Queen. Maybe this is a shining sea star, but it wasn't a proven winter's plant, so it's not a shining sea star. But I liked that it was in that little pot. It was a really cute pot. And I like that little green pot and little blue pot. I like those light colors. And my sister sent me a gift. Isn't this cute? So now I have 3 Jellycat plants. They're adorable. And it's in a white pot. She knows I like white pots. And then my sisters went out with my parents and they found this turtle. Did you see how fast it was going? It's going so fast. My dad is like a turtle identifier and he was like, is it a boy or a girl?
Red eyes.
He thinks it was a girl, and it had green eyes, pretty green eyes. They put it back down, but they were trying to get it to cross the road, so it didn't get ran over. And then my sister sent me pictures of flowers blooming in the desert.
Well, let's get him across.
Isn't that thoughtful? I love having leafy besties. Well, thank you for watching.
I'm gonna call you Ned.
And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And enjoy all the planty things, y'all. Bye.